Like, this looks better than 90% of dropshipping stores, and it took me less than 5 minutes. Guys, this is by far the easiest way to start dropshipping on TikTok. We'll be using AI to build a store, build branded product pages, and literally do all of the hard work for us. Let's get started. So to get started, we are on my personal AI store builder. The link to this is down in the description below, but all we have to do is click build my free store, and within 2 minutes, we will have a branded Shopify store. So enter your name to start, Anthony Eclipse, enter your email in, just as so. From here, we can actually pick a niche. So there's fashion and apparel, pets, electronics and gadgets, home and garden, sport and fitness, and then I'm not sure, which will give you a random one. So for this video, we are gonna go with fashion and apparel, and we just have to simply hit build my store. Now these pre-built stores are being managed by AutoDS, so whichever niche you just picked on that previous step, AutoDS is going to include the best-selling products from that niche and add those to your store automatically. Now, once the store is created, it's going to give you the email and password for that Shopify store. Now, I recommend you save these credentials immediately because once you leave this page, you're going to lose this email and the password. So just save them now. From here, we're going to come to this Shopify URL. So we'll hit go to, and it's going to ask us for an email. So we can paste the email from the thank you page. So we'll paste that here, continue with email, and then we can simply enter in the password and click login. From here, we will first go to the website. Now, throughout this video, I will be picking one of the winning products on here and building a branded product page. But first, I want to take you through the store just to show you what you're getting into. So it'll have a domain by default. It'll have an image banner. And when we come to the top picks here, these will just be products that are currently selling on AutoDS. And because we picked the beauty fashion niche, there's actually quite a few products that I believe we could potentially sell on TikTok. Now, this is only version 1 of the AI store builder. So throughout this year, we are going to be optimizing it and trying to improve things such as the pricing, the product titles, and even making the descriptions and images better. So the product that first stuck out to me are these fuzzy slippers, and I think these would sell perfect on TikTok because it's an extremely unique shoe. It's not something I've ever seen before. They look very cozy, and because it is still the winter season as we're recording this, people are cold, and more than ever, they just want to be warm and cozy. Now, I already went ahead and I verified there was some content for this product on TikTok already. Like this video here, I can easily repurpose this for an ad. It has some likes, some views, people like them. And additionally, I searched the product on Minya too, just to see if there were some other people selling it. And within just a few seconds, we managed to find a few competitors selling the product. So now that we have a product, we want to go on over to Page Pilot AI, and this is literally the craziest AI tool ever. You can literally use AI to make branded looking product pages, and the websites are actually kick-ass. They aren't some piece of shit. They're very aesthetic. So to get started, we'll log in. I will have my link down in the description below. They're not sponsoring today's video. I just find it as a helpful tool. Okay, step 1 is to log into your account. From here, we want to come to shops on the left side, and I already have 2 stores linked, but we'll be adding a 3rd one today. So just click on add shop, and it's going to walk you through it here. There's a tutorial. They make it incredibly simple, but step 1 is to come to your Shopify store, and we want to come to apps and sales channel settings. And in here, there will be a few apps installed by default with the pre-built theme. I am working with the developer too to swap a few of these apps out as well. Going back to Page Pilot, we can then go to step 2. This time we're going to come to developer apps, create an app, name it Page Pilot, and then finalize it. So on here, we'll click this developer apps button. This is pretty hidden. I've never used this until just the other month. You're going to allow custom development, click allow. We're going to create an app. And again, we're going to call this Page Pilot, create. From here, let's go back to Page Pilot and we will click next. We're going to have to come to configure API scopes. So inside of here, configure API scopes, and then they give us two options we need to toggle. There's one for products and one for theme. So if we come here and just type in product, we can see products, this one right here, write and read. And then you want to come to theme, and then themes will check that as well. And you should have these two selected. At this point, we can click on save, and I think we can just install the app, and I believe we're done. And it is going to give us a token here. Make sure you copy that. Go back to Page Pilot then. We'll click next. Click next once more, and then this will be your custom Shopify key. And make sure you save this because you'll never be able to view it again. And scrolling up, we'll first need to paste in our Shopify key that we just copied, but then we'll also need our store's URL. So come to Shopify, we'll come to our settings, we'll come to domains on the bottom left, and right now it's just gonna have this basic Shopify domain, so we'll copy that, return to Page Pilot, we'll paste it in there, and now we will have the app officially set up. It's a little interesting to get this app all structured, but once it's done, I'm telling you, this is straight up out of this world. So next, we want to come to generate, and we need to find the AliExpress link. So the easiest way to do that is to just right click the product, and then you want to click search image with Google, and this will pull up every single website that uses this link. So here's an AliExpress listing, and I'll typically look for 2 to 3 AliExpress listings, and I'll explain why in just a moment, but we essentially want to compare them all to see which of the AliExpress links has the best product photos. So this is a different pair entirely. This is another, it's a different pair, not even the same one I'm selling. And this isn't even the same one either. If you look at mine, it has like this cross pattern. So I'm just going to keep looking. We can also try searching like cozy slippers or fuzzy slippers. It may take you a little bit of digging. Sometimes you'll feel like a detective out here. I'm just going to copy this generic text and we'll paste that into the search bar next. And that is going to get me demonetized. Okay, let's try searching with a different image. I'm showing me failing here just so you can see the different ways I'm trying to find these images, because clearly we know the product exists. And just like that, I found 3 different versions of it. So what you're looking for now is which of these listings has the most aesthetic product photos, and also you want to take into account any customer reviews, because if there are review photos associated with this listing, Page Pilot will actually import these review photos onto our website. And it looks like these reviews are all from the same person, so they're kind of garbage. So we just need to look at these photos and ask ourselves, like, which set of photos would be the most pleasing to the customer? Like, I don't want this random Asian lady here. Like, people will see this and be like, what the heck is that? And these people's legs look really thin. People are self-conscious and most of them are fat in America. So this image, like, these look like American legs, and then these are just a little more thin and pale. So we're going to import this listing. It looks pretty good. And you'll copy this AliExpress listing and come to Page Pilot, and we'll paste the link here. Now for our supplier, we'll still be using AutoDS. I'll show you how to sync the 2 listings up. But to start, just paste the AliExpress link here. You can put a particular marketing angle if you'd want. I'm just going to leave this broad for now. And then there is an option to change the language too. But since I usually sell in English countries, we'll leave that in English. And now it'll take literally 1 to 3 minutes, and you will have a fully branded product page that we can just add to our Shopify store. Like, this literally couldn't be any easier. Oh, wow. Dude, this is looking good so far. So they will add some review stars for you, even if you don't have a review app. We got a little description here, some icons. We got the color, the shoe size, all of the photos. There are some Chinese text here, so we might have to go back, clean it up a bit. So we'll optimize this later, but we do have the featured icons here with shipping, returns, money back guarantee. We got a solid review from Amanda. And if there was ever a section you didn't like, you can edit it, delete it. You know, Anthony is the best. Leave a like on this video, or you can just leave it as it is. Scrolling down then, tired of cold, uncaring floors greeting your feet? It's an okay headline. It's better than like some generic chat GPT ones like good product, very cozy, but considering this was done in 3 minutes, like I'm very happy. And as I mentioned, it's not going to add a review app, but it has this review carousel, which looks quite good. And then there's another CTA, a call to action at the bottom. So this is it for the product page. All we have to do is click import to Shopify. For your store, select your store from the dropdown. Then we can click import into theme templates. And for the theme, you want to select Dawn here. That's what the AI store is actually built on. And now it's going to add this listing to our store. Before we can launch ads though, like there's still a few things we have to do. One, we need to connect the product to AutoDS, and I'll explain that soon. Two, we need a proper domain because this is currently our website. With the new domain, we'll probably do a new logo. And then of course, we still have all of these settings on our store. In total, this will take like 10 minutes. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's actually simple. Okay, the Cozy Cross plush slippers are done. Let's view the product page. And this is how it looks on our store by default. It's pretty clean. We do need to add the product on sale. Some bundles would look nice too. But for the actual description, like this is looking pretty clean. Like this looks better than 90% of dropshipping stores, and it took me less than 5 minutes. Now there's one issue, and that is I have 2 pairs of these cozy plush slippers. And you might be wondering, Anthony, why are there 2 pairs? So this bottom pair was the original pair on our store, the one that is linked to AutoDS, and this top pair is the one that was imported by PagePilot AI. The reason this is important, if the customer purchases this top pair, it's not linked to AutoDS, so we wouldn't be able to fulfill the order right away. And the problem with this bottom pair is that it is linked to AutoDS, but it isn't customized and it doesn't look aesthetic. Now it's a very easy fix. The first thing we'll do is open up each of these into a new tab. So here's the PagePilot listing, and I'll rename this to the PagePilot version just so you guys can follow along. But we'll copy the title here and then we'll paste it onto the other one. Then we'll take the description here, we'll paste it onto the other one. And if the heading is super big, make sure you change it to a paragraph. And if it's still glitching, which sometimes Shopify is really glitchy, just refresh the page, and when you come back to it, you should be able to paste it properly. Now for the product images, I'm going to delete all of the ones from this original listing, and we're going to import the new version over. So for each of these, we can just download the photo one at a time. It might be a little slow, but this is what you got to do.
2 hours later.
And here's the new photo. So we can just highlight all of these and drag them in, and now the photos are transferred over. And another thing I noticed, there's only one color from this AutoDS listing, and we are missing a few sizes, but I'll show you how to post a custom sourcing request so that way we can get the rest of the variants added. And with your variants, make sure that you are clicking the image and adding the matching color accordingly. And one more thing we will do is just click on this check mark and come to the bulk editor. And we're going to come to these columns here, and we want to add a compare price and a cost per item. So one of these costs $21 to actually ship out. This is the price directly from AutoDS. So let's just go for at least $20 margins on this. We'll sell one pair for $44.95. And because these are slippers, we'll say they normally go for $90, a nice 50% off offer. And from here, there's just one final thing we need to do. If you preview the page currently, you'll notice the entire description isn't here. So what we want to do is come to theme template and just change this to the PagePilot template that we just imported. And now when we preview the page, you will see it has the full product description all imported over, and we're basically ready to sell. Now, in order to add the remainder of these colors, we want to come back to apps and open up the AutoDS app. Now, make sure you're using my custom link. If you install the pre-built store, you'll be good. But the main reason you should use my link is that you'll get some free sourcing credits, and you'll also get an increased trial and a few other small benefits. So if you just download from the App Store, it's a shorter trial, you get less sourcing credits and less features. Cool, so we are officially logged into AutoDS. Now, if I come to products, you will see all of the products that are currently added to the store. And here are our fuzzy slippers. There's no image attached, but we're just going to come to these three dots right here and post a sourcing request. And on the left side, it'll say process sourcing request. And we just want to click on that. By doing so, AutoDS is going to re-quote the product. They'll get us the new variants, the new sizes, and within 12 to 24 hours, this should be taken care of and we will have the new product available. And at this point, we're almost done. I'll show you how to get a new domain, logo, do your settings, and to finish the video off, I'll actually be showing you how we can get some ad creatives to effectively test this product with TikTok ads. On to ChatGPT, we'll say, give me branded Shopify domain names similar to Berletti, Solara, Bentaro. Those three names mean nothing. They just sound cool. And ChatGPT is going to hook us up. So it's giving us 2-word names, which is a bit weird. So I'll say, give us 1-word names. And the theory is we're just going to do shop, put the cool name, .com, and then we'll do a super easy logo. So Ventaro, Lunaris, I'm going to say, keep it 2 syllables and give me 10 more. Lumi Sky is actually kind of a cute name. Let me see if we can do this. So on Shopify, we'll come to settings, and real quick, before we buy a domain, I should have did this much sooner in the video, but I got carried away. We need to change the default email on this store because this current email that you logged in with is a burner email. It's not a real account. So click transfer ownership, enter your new email in right here, Anthony Eclipse, and then you will have to confirm your store's password, which is why it's important we save those documents. And now we can transfer the ownership. So from here, if we come to our email now, we should get a new email from Shopify. Right here, become a new store owner, and we can click get started. On here, we'll have to create a new account if you don't already have one. Awesome. And now we can accept that invite. So now we are officially the owners because previously we had this generic email here. So next then, I actually recommend going to plan. Once you make yourself an owner, we might as well choose a plan for the store and just go with the basic plan. Keep it easy. Stay on for 3 months. It's $1 a month. You can all afford that. Is your dream not worth more than $1 a month? Get your card. You've been successfully subscribed. Awesome. Okay, at this point now, we can come back to our settings, come to domains, and we can purchase that domain we just saw earlier, lumisky.com. Let's see if we can buy this. It sounds cool. We'll paste it in here. And if the name is taken, I first recommend you go to the website to see if you're infringing on any copyright. Like this seems to be some French brand. I won't mess with that. Okay, I like this one right here, Shania. It reminds me of Sheen, which I think will resonate well with the customer. So if you ever paste the name in, and again, it's taken, always double check. You can see this isn't like an active website currently. So next, then you just want to add shop behind that. And more often than not, this one will be available. If it's taken, you can do a .co. If .co is taken, you can add a hyphen in the middle. You can basically get any domain if you wanted it enough. So we have Shania here. We'll simply buy this. Turn off auto renew. Update the email here because it'll still be the default one. And then we can scroll down and buy the domain. And once the domain's bought, it'll say SSL pending. So just click onto that. And we want to make sure we change our primary domain to this new one. And then also look at, you have email forwarding set up, but if it's still going to that old email, we'll just have to set it up again. So we'll delete that one, do a new one, info, and then do your proper email. And now we can click on save. And coming back to domains, just give this a few hours to verify. Even this message up top will disappear soon. Because we swapped the email over though, I've had this message stay on here for a few days. So if you have issues, message their support, but it should disappear. The next thing I wanna do is, because we have this info at email, let's go update our store contact info. So we'll swap that over here. Then let's also update the store name to Shania. We can click save. We will need a logo, which I'll do in a second. But while we're here, you might as well activate your Shopify payments. Just click this, go through the setup. And in terms of PayPal, I would use them if you're new, but once they start giving you a headache holding funds, asking for documents, you'll definitely want to deactivate them. They're good in the beginning, but definitely not needed long term. For checkout, you can leave all of these settings the same. by default. For shipping, we'll skip this and come back in just a moment. Let's go to markets first though and click international market. And we're going to change this from inactive to active. This will let us sell in every country. Then come up to shipping and delivery. And inside of here, we just need to pimp out our rates super quick. So we can delete the USA, delete international, click on save. And when we go to create a new zone, if they're grayed out and you can't click them, just refresh the page. Shopify, they be glitching sometimes. But on here, we'll create a new zone and we'll say worldwide, target international, and then we'll also target USA. And now we can add our rates. So we'll have, our standard shipping, which will be free, boom. And then we'll have our insured shipping option right here and have this one be $4.95. And if you would like to put like the shipping days here or even, free priority processing, you can really stack the offer just to try and get them to take that upsell. Coming back to our settings then, we can skip all of these and we're actually done with the settings. The policies are done for you by default. It would be good though to update these so the email updates. Also for the privacy policy, like there's a ton of this highlighted text in here that you will need to go through and clean up. And then we have our terms of service as well. Shipping policy is good. Contact info, I typically delete. And yeah, we're like almost done. Let's get our logo. Let's go over some ad creatives. And then we will be dropping a part 2 in a few days where I actually launch a few products from this AI built store. And the goal is to scale to 1K profit in at least 48 hours doing everything with AI. So for the logo, we are on the font and I'm just going to find one that looks cute, a little bold, bubbly. Oh, right here. Yeah, I'm feeling this. Shania. Ooh, it's got a little Fashion Nova vibe to it. So here's the font. Some of you, I've learned, don't know how to use computers. So you want to right click this and hit extract all and extract it. And you'll have another folder inside with the actual font files. From here, go to Pixlr. This is like Photoshop for free basically. And we can hit open AI photo editor, come to create new. I do 1080 by 1080, so it's a square. And we're just going to add a text logo here. Add text. And for the name, what do we? Shania? Shania. There we go. And you can see this is not the font that we just downloaded. But if you come to font, we can actually add a local font. And right here, this is the one we just downloaded. There's 2 files inside. Just pick either. And now here it is up top. Now our website has a white background up here, so we don't want a white logo or else it'll be invisible. So we'll just make it black. And the final thing you need to do is come to this crop tool and drag it just right above it and right below it. Some people will upload like this huge square logo to their store and it just takes up a ton of space. So change the cropping, PNG, turn on transparent image and save. Returning to our Shopify store, let's come to this customize option, settings, and now we can upgrade the logo on our store. And here it is, the logo's updating. Let's check out the new and improved version. And as I mentioned, you don't want your logo to be like massive. So I would shrink the size down just a little bit. And this is looking pretty good. We can click on save. Now we do have these other products on the homepage. So when we do launch ads for this in the next video, I am going to polish it up a little bit. However, for the product page, I am very, very happy with how this turned out. So to finish things off, we will quickly cover ad creatives. However, I just want to let you guys know I have launched a free dropshipping course. So if you want to hear just a little more in-depth lessons to educate yourself a little bit more, I will have the link to sign up for my free course down in the description below. Just click that. Yes, it is actually free. Literally just click it and you can get started. Now for ads, I'll first search the product up on TikTok. And right here, I just searched fuzzy slippers and I managed to find this video right here with 20K views, but never just search one topic. Like what if people were calling these cozy slippers? If you never search cozy, you would never know that. And in our case, these are the cross plush slippers. So we will paste this super specific name in here, and you can see here's a video, 10K views. This video looks a little cheesy. It's not like a proper ad. We're really trying to find videos like this, where it shows people wearing them and actually loving them, and it shows detail and they look cozy. So using TikTok is one great way to find content. And remember, instead of cross plush slippers, maybe they did cross cozy slippers. You just need to try to change up the search term ever so slightly, and you'll keep on finding new and new versions of the product, because remember, everyone calls it something different. And alternatively, the Minya magic search feature is just insane. So we can search, cross plush slippers on here and just click the search bar, and this will show us everyone who has sold these. Keep in mind though, we may need to tweak the search term a little bit, because right now it's showing us a totally different pair of shoe. We can also try going to TikTok only to see if that helps us. And if you're struggling with the text, Minya has this search with image feature where we can upload any image of our product and it'll show us competitors currently using it. And it looks like most of these people are running Pinterest ads for this product. So let's come to TikTok and see if we can find anyone over here. And again, it doesn't seem like this product is being sold on TikTok very much. And I imagine that's because there isn't a lot of content for it. So this is a pretty good product that I'm gonna prep some more videos out for the part 2, and 1 week from now, we will put these slippers to the test and see if we can scale them up. And real quick, if you made it to the end and you aren't where you wanna be with e-commerce or drop shipping, then what are you doing? Not in my mentorship program. You guys have seen the dubs, whether my case studies or my students. You know that people are indeed winning with drop shipping. But if you aren't having success with where you're currently at, that's totally okay. But you need to understand not everyone has done this journey alone. I had a mentor. I've mentored my students. And if you're watching these YouTube videos, yeah, you're on the right track. But if you really want to level up and you want to get a winner quick and you don't want to waste months of your time testing products and burning thousands on ads, then consider booking a call for my one-on-one mentorship program. I'll have that link down in the description below. Schedule a call with my team member, Mason. He'll explain how the program works, and if it is a good fit, he will extend an invitation out to you so you can join us in the big leagues. Guys, this has been your boy, Anthony. Part 2 coming in a week. Check out either of these 2 videos, and peace.